everybody, welcome back to another Wheelassassin build. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is Good Friday and it's coming up for Easter Sunday, so I thought I'd build a Easter bunny in a basket for you all to hopefully follow along and do for your worlds. Now my bunny, I am not sure what I'm going to call it. I definitely need some names to be generated in the comments down below. If you guys could help me out, that'd be awesome. We have a little bunny sat in the basket. We have some eggs around the bunny. These are supposed to represent like wrappers for the chocolate eggs inside, because obviously you don't want to eat concrete because I've been there, guys. It doesn't taste the best. Well, I haven't intentionally eaten concrete. It's just like, you know, when you fall over and you end up licking it, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. But anyway, you are literally going to need 3 materials to start off the tutorial. You're going to need some pink concrete, some white concrete, and some black concrete for this bunny. Now what we're going to do first of all is obviously build the rabbit itself, then we're going to come back and hopefully build the basket afterwards. So if you guys want to stop the video like as we finish the bunny and then you just want to build the bunny, fair enough. You don't have to like waste your time building the basket as well. So yeah, we're going to do this in like a couple of stages. Let's go ahead and build this bunny just over here. You're going to need a bigger space, of course. If you want to add the basket as well, you're going to need an even bigger space. Now the first thing you want to do is obviously take your white concrete, and we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2. Then we're going to go and put 2 lots of concrete kind of stacked up like that in a 4 shape. Then we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3 just around the corner like that. So it's kind of like this shape just here. A very weird kind of double square shape going up to the left over like that. Then we can go ahead and add white concrete around this. So 2 on the side, 1 just there, 2 at the top, 2 down the side, and then just 1 just there. Now we can do this back by 2. So we can go ahead and just replicate this exact shape just behind it. There we go. So now this is like 2 blocks thick. Then we can go ahead and leave a 1 by 1 gap. Obviously you need to make sure you leave a couple blocks because this bit sticks out a little bit from the build. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to build, I'm just going to kind of mark mine. So here I know it's going to stick out, so I'm just going to build that there. Then I'm going to build a 2 on the bottom. Then I'm going to build a 1 up the side. Then the 2 up the side. And then I'm going to build the 2 on the top. Almost got myself confused. And then the 1 on the side just there. And now we can go ahead and obviously fill this in with pink concrete. And then go back by another block to replicate the shape, going back by 2. And once you have it done, those are your feet done straight away. So it's nice and simple. It is a little bit of a weird shape, so if you want to pause the video here and just check it out for yourselves a second, feel free to do so. And if you need to pause the video throughout the video at any time, I just said video way too much, but you guys will know what I'm saying, feel free to do so. It's absolutely no problem at all. I always get confused with when other people are making tutorials, so I have to like pause it for about 3 hours just until I catch up, and then, you know, I can carry on. So yeah, feel free to do whatever you want. So now that we have our feet going for us, we can go ahead and actually start the body. So what we need to do for the body is actually just go back to this block back here on both of your feet, over on each of them. We're going to take our white concrete and we're going to go up by 4 for now. So 1, oops, wrong block, 1, 2, 3, 4, just there, so it covers up the pink concrete just there. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. So leaving these 2 hanging over the edge like that. Now we've got the 4 going for us on either side, we can go ahead and add another 2 on the top of the 4 on the second block along. So this actually goes up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same on the opposite side. Then we can go ahead and add 1 more block to make it a 7 block high pillar, and then make another 7 block high pillar just besides that other one, like so. So the same over here, 7, and then another 7 just like that. So you basically have a 4, then a 6, then a 7, and then a 7 as well. Awesome. And this is kind of replicating the bunny's belly, you know, nice fluffy stomach, that sort of thing, just there. Because this bunny has no arms, unfortunately. I didn't want to ruin the build by making arms, because my arms are not the greatest. You can see Pizza Steve's arms over there. You know, it's literally just like a stick with a finger pointing. So I didn't want to make like a stick for my bunny. I was trying to make like a carrot, but it didn't really go well. So I'm keeping it like this. You know, you can just picture the bunny's arms are maybe cuddled up around his stomach or her stomach. You know, just to keep him warm. But yeah, let's go ahead and build the actual stomach and the backside of our bunny. Okay then, guys, so now we have this shape here with the 2 feet and the little pillars behind it. We're going to go ahead and add some more pillars in. So just where we made the 6 before on both sides, we're going to go ahead and to the right or the left of it, we're going to go ahead and build a 7 block high pillar. So on the right side, we're going to go into the left, so it goes into the body. On the left side, we're going to go into the right. So basically you're doing the opposite. Now we can go ahead and add a couple more blocks in here. So at this front bit, we're going to go up 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 like so. Then we can go ahead and add a 1 to the side of this 6. Over here, add another 6. And then 1 going across. Then we can stack up this 1 again on either side. And then go across to make this a 5 block shape like that. Now the rest of this building here, we can literally just fill up with some pink concrete. If you wanted to add a couple points on the bottom to make it look like maybe the rabbit hasn't got a all pink belly, you know, it's just a certain section of his stomach, you can make it like this shape just here. So it kind of looks like a pokeball middle section where you're going to add this pink concrete. So all in this section here, fill up your pink concrete, making sure you don't leave any gaps empty. So there we go, you should only be able to see a certain amount of it through the feet there. And now we have this shape going for us. We can go around the back. We're going to take our white concrete again, and we're going to make this kind of shape just here. So we're going to go from this point in here, and this point over here. So you're kind of going diagonally in backwards from your bunny, and we're going to go up by about, I think this is about 8 blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to feed it along to fill in this section just here. Same on the opposite side. Now we have that shape going for us. We can go around the back and go diagonally out again by 5 by 8. So 5 out, 5 width, and up by about 8 blocks high. All the way up until you have this section filled up like so. Now you can drop down here, and about the second block up you can go along by 3 and then up by 1 to build this little bunny tail on the back. If you weren't happy with the design, you could always change it up however you guys like it as well. It is up to you. Alright, that's awesome. We can actually go ahead and add in the head in a second. So we just need to add one more layer of bricks in there. So 5 going along this top section where we made the stomach. Just to make sure this is like a square on the top now. And obviously if you wanted to leave it hollow you could, but if you wanted to fill it in, because you might not like seeing grass at the bottom, obviously fill it in however you guys like as well. And obviously if you wanted to build a house in it, let me know in the comments down below if you do, that'd be awesome. Alright, let's work on the head. Alright, so the first step for the head is we're going to build the actual face of the rabbit. So what we need to do, take our white concrete once again. We're going to go from this 5 just here, and we're going to extend it out just by 1 block on either side. Then we're going to go ahead and drag this line along. And then these front 3 over here, front 3, it's very hard to say with my lisp. We're going to go ahead and kind of block it out, just a block like so. Then we're going to go ahead and add another line of 7 just like that. And then we can go ahead and add 2 going up diagonally from that 3 down here. Then we go ahead and add another line of 7. Then we can go ahead and take our pink concrete and fill this section in now like so. That's kind of the mouth of the rabbit. Then we can take our black concrete and go up where we kind of made these little quartz white concrete pillars over here. And just a block back on the 7, we can go up by 2 on each side like that. Then we can extend the white concrete up 2 blocks on either side and in the middle of the eyes. And then we can only go 5 across the top of the eyes, just to hold it together basically. It looks pretty cool. Now what we can do around the side is this gets a little bit funky because we need to actually go out a couple blocks. So we're going to go out by 3 blocks. So these entire 3 here, we're going to go up to the top shape up here, just to extend it up as high as the face goes like that. We can do the same on the opposite side. This is where the rabbit starts to look a little bit like a teddy bear, which is pretty cool. So like that. And then around the back, this gets a little bit more confusing. We're going to go ahead and add a block out on the side here. This goes up straight to level with those. This actually goes up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks like so. Then we can go ahead and take another load of bricks and extend this section out one last time. And this is only 5 blocks wide by about 6 blocks high. And there we have it. So the bunny's head is getting there now. Obviously we're going to go ahead and flatten this out of the top so we can add the ears in as well. Awesome. The ears is we're going to go ahead and take our white concrete again, and back from this 5 we're going to go along 3 by 7 basically, just to fill in the shape just here. So all the way up, making sure you got 7 blocks going along, and this goes back by about 3 blocks like that. Then we're going to add another 5 to fill over the head like that. So now we have a flat surface to build our ears on. Now the first ear gets a little bit tricky, but the floppy ear is definitely the hardest thing about this tutorial, so definitely stay tuned for that. So we're going to go ahead and add in this ear over here. This goes up by 1, 2, 3, 4, just a block behind the eye, but then diagonally behind it on the left side, so like that. Then we're going to go ahead and leave a 2 block gap, and just here we're going to go out diagonally like that, 2, 3, 4, like so. So you should have this weird shape just here. Then we're going to go ahead and add kind of, 2 blocks diagonally either from that. Then we're going to go ahead and kind of block this out, another block on the back. Then we're going to go ahead and fill this entire section in, just like so. So you should be left with almost like a lollipop shape on the back. So this actually goes up by, we've already got this base one, so 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 in total, obviously counting this block that is, but obviously 4 just adding on just there. And that's 4 by 2. Then we can go ahead and add pink concrete in these gaps over here, going up for the 4 blocks for the ears. Awesome. Now the next ear, this is the floppy ear, this is the confusing one. We're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that for 3, leaving a 1 by 1 gap between the ears. Then we're going to take, on this third one, we're going to go out by 2, and then drop down and put 1 just there. Then we're going to go around the corner, diagonally by 2, like so. Then diagonally up again, oh no, by 2 like that. Then we're going to try and replicate this shape we just made, but on this side over here. So back by 3, drop down, like that. Then we're going to go ahead and go to the back, and we're going to go ahead and add in this weird shape over here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then on the top we can go diagonally like this, 2, 2, and then I think just 1 more 2 like so. Then we go ahead and add in the pink concrete blocks, and then pink concrete underneath and at the back of the ear, just so you can kind of imagine there's a little bit of kind of texture on the inside of the ear. So we can just go ahead and fill that gap in now like that. And there we have it. That is how you build the floppy ear and the other ear as well, the normal ear, the nice easy one. It is so tricky, but that is how to build the bunny, guys. So onto the actual basket now. The materials you're going to need some stripped oak wood log, oak wood even, oak fence, oak sign, and an oak fence gate. And that's just to get us started. We're going to go down to the bunny's left foot down here, and we're going to mark out about 9 blocks. And on the 10th, we're going to put ourselves a stripped piece of oak wood. Then we're going to go 2 along, and we're going to basically put a third one, leave the 3-way gap, and put another 3 to make a 9 block shape. In this 3, take your gates and put them up like that. Perfect. Then obviously if you want to put fence in the others, that saves you a little bit of hassle later on when we come back and do the fence everywhere else. So now each individual place has about an 8 block gap even. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then there's another row of 9 blocks with your oak wood. So basically it's all the same all the way around. So it goes 9, then there's like 8 diagonal, then it goes 9, 8 diagonal, to reach your design shape really. So that goes another 8, just going diagonally backwards. Then we put another 9 just after that one. So we just want to make sure, double check all your dimensions just in case, and then we can go back with a 9. It just saves you a job later just in case you make a mistake. I made many mistakes in this tutorial, so if you guys do not panic. Everyone does, everyone's human, no one's perfect. So there we go, now we can stick our 9 just on the end of this 8 down here. I think the basket shape is hard to replicate because it's like circular on the corners, but doing the diagonal look, it definitely helps with this like 8 diagonal bricks, and then we're going to actually kind of double this out as well. Nice one. So now while we're here, we're just going to take a quick look at the circle. So now we have this shape. We're going to come down to the right side, and we're going to kind of block every single one out until you reach the next row of 9, just like that. Do it along each 4 corners of your basket. So another one there, all the way along. So this should be about 8. Actually, I think it's about 10 blocks in this gap because you're adding 2 on after the 8 for the things, but I'm not certain. But yeah, you just want to add blocks onto each side, like so. The next thing we're going to do is take ourselves some some oak wood log, sorry, and we're going to make these little pillars. And these pillars basically help us to hold up the basket. These pillars are 4 blocks in on each block, so 3, 4, and then we go back. Those are the front ones, so you should make it in line just like that. Now around the side we're going to stick kind of a block in the middle for this like middle 3. This basically again is to hold up the handle of the basket. So you want to be 3 in on either side, like so. Now on the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 4th one, we just want to stick a block there. Now that is not in line, so that is not correct. So you don't want to do that. We'll come back to that in a second. So for the back, you don't do the handle thing. For the side, we do the same with the pillar. Now obviously this one should line up with the front one, which it does. Perfect. So now we can go back and replicate that on the other side as well, just make sure this is in line. It can be a little bit confusing, but again, you just want to follow the guidelines you made earlier with a 4 at the front, and then you can just kind of plonk it on the back block, which is really helpful. Definitely helps you out. So yeah, let's go ahead and add in the rest of the basket. So we actually forgot to put another one of those handles on the opposite side, so we're going to go in 3 again and make sure we stick those 2 handle kind of blocks on there. There is actually a fence that goes in between those as well, so if you wanted to add that in right now, you could do. We're actually going to put a fence all the way around this diameter that we've made, the perimeter. This actually kind of adds a wicker effect to the basket, as well as a makeshift barn as well, which is cool, because we're actually going to be sticking some animals in here, so you definitely want to keep them contained, because you don't want like chickens and rabbits just running around your worlds. So by putting the fence on, it acts as a wicker look, but it also adds as a like a barn look as well, so it's kind of got multiple uses, which is cool. So all the way around, connecting up to the pillars and in between the pillars as well for the handles, and that just again helps with the wicker effect. Awesome. So you should have all fence all the way around your build. Then we can take our gate and go second layer up on this gate down here. This is actually 3 layers high, so if you wanted to like shift click again to make it another one, you could, but I'll do mine afterwards. So now again over here, we're going to make these pillars, all 4 of these pillars, about, I think it might be about 6 blocks high. So we want to go and add 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Yeah, so 6 blocks high on each of these pillars, just making sure they're the right shape. And this basically reaches up to the roof of the basket, holds up the kind of roof, iffy roof sort of thing, because it's not really filled over like a proper roof. Just little pillars to reinforce it basically. Then we can take our wood and just kind of go over the fence that we just made, leaving the gate at the front empty, because we do not want to kind of block it off for people to get in. So there we go, made a lot of mistakes, my bad. Go around the corner, do the same, connect up to all the pillars and all the shapes like this. So again here, you can just make these pillars going across, fill over the fence, and then start the same thing behind it. And then again, it's nice and helpful in the back because there's no handlebar, whereas like most of the basket has, like the 2 sides of the basket have handles. The back and the front, the back one is just nice and plain. The front one's obviously got the gate, so they're definitely quite different, but it definitely helps you out because having symmetry is always helpful in Minecraft. So going up again, filling it over, go around the corner, connect up to the other pillar of 6, like so. There we go, nice and diagonal, looks great. So now for this next section, we're going to take our oak, and we're just going to go along this fence to block it off now. We can stick our gates underneath this block now, and there we go. And then obviously if you want to stick your sign on that says bunny basket, and then maybe 2020 or the date or Easter, perhaps you could do that. Or if you wanted to dedicate this build to someone, you could also do that there as well. Now we're just going to put fence all the way along these top of these blocks, going along, connecting up to the pillars and on every single block. Obviously this section here, you're going to need to leave a gap so you can put another kind of pillar in there for the handle, but the rest of it can just go all the way along with the fence, and the back of course as well. A multiple use, like this build is kind of multiple use. You could also use this for an Easter egg hunt. Say if you have siblings who are younger, you maybe want to build them something in Minecraft for Easter, you could actually make this an Easter egg hunt, maybe using something like the turtle eggs, for example, trying to find the turtle eggs. Like you could say there's a certain number of turtle eggs, you got to go find them. That'd be cool. Let me know what you guys come up with in the comments below. So obviously next step, just want to stick your oak going along, leaving the gate at the top there empty again where we made those blocks and the sign is earlier. There we go, definitely want to leave that empty because we're going to actually build a cool design going on top of that. So it's like a fence kind of design, and then it goes with the blocks over the top of that. They actually do connect up to the other block next to it, which I forgot to add in this segment, so I'll add that in a bit later on. So yeah, that looks pretty good. So now over here we can literally just kind of I got confused myself there. I wasn't sure what I was doing, but yeah, it is like that. How I just made it, it is like that on both sides. So again, obviously taking your blocks, going above your fence, and filling in that handle over there. I think this goes up for about I think it is 2 layers. This is kind of the last one. Yeah, because there's the top of the 6th pillar that we made, and that basically makes the roof look like I was telling you guys about. Sorry, my speech today is not great. I seem to be able to not talk. But yeah, going along these blocks, quite repetitive, but it does look good once it's done. It does pay off in the end. Minecraft does have a little bit of, you know, there's a lot of ways to do things, but there's a lot of you know, repetitive stuff in this tutorial, so I apologize for that. So now building this roof like I was on about, we're going to go along and connect up. In these blocks we made that go diagonal into the build, we're going to basically add blocks on the top of those to make this roof look, and then we just leave the rest of the basket kind of, you know, nice and empty, so that the bunny can kind of just sit in there nice and happy without having to worry about a roof closing on its head, you know. There we go. So now the actual basket itself is done, so if you wanted to leave it like that, you could. I'm actually going to add the handle over the top just so it looks like an Easter basket, like in, you know, well, I don't know about you guys, but one time at a school I went to, they made these like Easter bonnets, and you had to build like a basket, you know, you had to build like a basket with an egg in or something. It was really weird, but that's what I'm trying to do here. So stack this layer up over that handle, and then we're going to go 2 up, stick our fence in, then we're going to fill this over with our oak wood. Then we're going to come on the back, and we're going to build this up by 2 blocks. I think it's 2. No, it might be 3. My bad. There's a fence in there. Yes, yeah, so it's 3. 3 like this. Then we're going to stick a fence over in that gap. Then we're going to stick wood on that. Then it goes up 2 again. Then it goes up 3 again, and obviously there's a fence, 1 fence in that gap like so. Then we're going to go up by another 2. Then we're going to go up by another 3, I think. Yep. And then we're going to go up by another 2 like so, and that should be almost near the top. We're going to do another 3, and then we're at the top. Nice. You just want to make sure it goes over the bunny's ears. If you wanted to change up the design of the handle, make it a little bit more simple, you know, feel free to do so. I always make my tutorials a little bit confusing for people, so if you didn't like the design or you find it a little bit tricky, you know, it still look great if you made your own design as well. It definitely helps if you put a bit of a spark of your own imagination in there as well. Definitely makes the build more personalized, which is awesome. So let's add 4 blocks onto this left side so we can basically do this a bit easier. So only 2 fence in there. I did make a mistake here. I didn't realize that you had to like double block the bottom, so don't do this just yet, guys. So double block the bottom, then you make your double fence on top, then you fence that over, block it over even with the blocks. Then we're going to make the 3 over here, so you want to make it the exact same as the other side. So 3 blocks, then we're going to stick fencing, then we're going to stick our 2, then we're going to stick 3 again, 1 fence, then we're going to stick another 2, then a 3 with 1 fence, then we can actually, we're getting a bit closer, we just want to make sure we don't hit it, so 2, then a 3, then a 2. It shouldn't touch the bunny at any time. It shouldn't actually connect up to the bunny. Only the handles should be touching each other, and so should the bunny ears. So yeah, and then obviously connect it back up. If you wanted to pause the video at any point during that, I totally understand, guys. It makes total sense. It can get so tricky. I was confused myself even. I messed up a few times, so I'm sorry about that. That is my bad. So the next step for this basket is you want to grab yourself some hay bales, and we're going to replace the entire flooring with hay bales, making sure none of this grass exists anymore. It's all going to be hay. Any which way, it doesn't really matter. There we go. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. Nice and yellow as well, nice and bright. Now I'm just going to take 3 concretes of my choice, and I'm going to build an egg over on the right side of the bunny. Now the egg I actually built on the right side for the video was a very bad tutorial, so I'm not going to include that one. All the eggs are the same, they're just with different colours, so I'm going to show you how to build the left egg instead. So obviously you don't want to use the same colours as your other eggs, just to mix it up a little bit, make it light, nice and bright, nice and vibrant. I'm going to choose lime, yellow and cyan concrete for my one. You want to place 2 blocks on the bottom like so, then you want to go a layer of 4 on top of that, and this 4 goes up by 3 blocks high like so. Then 2, then 2, and then 2 just to fill in those little gaps, then 3, and that connects up, then 3 and that connects up, and then obviously you want to fill up the 2 for 3 blocks high as well on that one. Then another 2, 2, 2 and 2 for the on top of the 4, and then a nice square on the top to finish your egg. And that definitely looks like an egg shape. It's got nice 4 corners, proper walls, everything. It looks quite cool. It's hard to build eggs in Minecraft because they're so circular, but yeah, definitely helps you out if you do it like the 4 and the 2s. Nice even numbers. So yeah, literally just polka dot it now with whatever concrete you want of your choice. You don't have to copy my colours. These colours are very weird looking together. They're not exactly the brightest, like cyan doesn't look the brightest, but it definitely helps for building the walls of an egg. If you wanted to build like a genuine egg, maybe with some like end stone or something, maybe make it like pale, that would be pretty cool. So yeah, nice polka dot egg. That looks way better than the other one over there. And then you just want to add one behind the bunny as well. So again, choose whatever concrete you want. So I'm going to choose like red. I'm going to go for some purple. I'm going to go for some pink as well. Maybe make it like a nice bright egg over the back. So 2, 4, and then a layer of 2, basically making a square shape, just like with not a block connecting them, like that. Connect it up. This goes up for 3, then a 2, then another. Obviously you want to build this around, so it's kind of like 2 on the bottom in a square shape without connecting the corners, and then it's like the same on the top once you build the 3 lots of 4 in between. So it's pretty cool. And then it's just gonna polka dot it around again with the concretes, make it look nice and bright, nice and cheerful. Definitely brightens up your day whenever you pop on the Minecraft world as well. Now this one didn't go too great because I was trying to replace all of the red with the purple, where you want to keep some of the red, the base color that you make the egg out of. You want to keep some of it because it definitely helps with having 3 colors on there instead of 2. Having 2 on there kind of looks like it's a flooring, like a marble flooring, and it doesn't really look like an egg shape. But again, it's your guys' choice. Whatever you feel like is cool for you, definitely do what you like. So stick another pink up here, and maybe some purple on the top, or pink. Oh, both. There we go. That looks good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm actually colorblind, so none of these colors I can actually see that great anyway. So, even if they're terrible, I will not notice. So now for the Glaze Terracotta. Now you're probably thinking, where on earth are you going to use this? I'm going to use these for my Easter eggs on the floor. These are supposed to represent Easter eggs. They're not exactly the best block for it, but they do look pretty cool, and because they're nice and colourful, nice and cheerful, just going to dot them around, scatter them about the basket on the interior. Not underneath the eggs though. Just want to leave that nice and hollow so you can actually see what it is. So don't want to group up the colours too much, like there's too many blues in one place. You just want to make sure you have a nice mix of colours around the place. And of course, here I didn't realise, but I made mine in a line, like 4 blocks in a line, well 5 blocks in a line. So just mix it about a bit. Don't make it too much in a line so it doesn't look like they've been placed on purpose. Make it look like they've just kind of been scattered about the Easter Bunny, So now we're going to try and find a rabbit egg and a chicken egg. I am not good with eggs. There we go. And chicken. And we're going to place these around for the final step. And this just helps with the fact of, Easter is about Easter chicks, and it's about obviously rabbits for the Easter Bunny. So Minecraft is really helpful with that. You can just add a little bit of detail with the animals. So the bunnies scattered about, the rabbits in here, the chickens everywhere. They won't escape either because their fences are up. So, and it looks pretty cool, nice and bright, nice and a lot of wildlife in there. It looks pretty good. Thank you so much for watching this Wheelassassin build, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, definitely smash a big like. That'd be awesome. If you want to subscribe for more Wheelassassin tutorials, please do that. That'd be epic. I hope you have an excellent Easter, guys. Definitely a load of chocolate. Obviously not too much, so you don't want to get ill. But yeah, definitely have an Easter egg on me. Take it easy, guys. Have an excellent day, and I'll see you all at the next Wheelassassin tutorial coming very, very soon, I hope. Take it easy.